Thanks for watching Wise Monkey. Please share and subscribe. I'll put few links for tools and etc. that needed to do some like automotive or other technical work, and also the links for gearbox, hitman arms, this kind of links below. If you need to buy, you can click and browse and buy. There's bigger vehicles like GM 6-liter engine in this one, Chevy Silverado, Hummer H2, H3. This kind of vehicles has a problem of steering play. So this one is a Hummer H2. I'm sure the steering, there is display in the steering, and this much it can move instead, and it gets worse actually during driving. So this steering could be a little tightened instead of changing the entire gearbox. Make sure that the tie rod ends, ball joints, these are all in good shape. We're assuming that it's in good shape. For this vehicle it's in good shape. We checked that already. Show you how to tighten the steering wheel. This method is similar for other Hondas or smaller vehicles, but they have this mechanism that I'm going to show that exists in the gearbox for this vehicle. That's actually in the steering rack and pinion assembly for smaller vehicles. One of our other video shows that. It's a very poorly made video, but you can actually figure out. Okay, let's open the hood. Hood opened. Find the location of the steering column. Basically, this is the one that comes here, and I can even move with my hands easily. The other end of it is that's it there, the gearbox. I'll try to show it better. There's the little it's a 15 millimeter nut, lock nut, holding that little tab there. So we have to unlock that lock nut first, and using an Allen key, the center is an Allen key, we'll turn it 1/4 of a turn at a time, clockwise to tighten, counterclockwise to loosen, but we have to mark it. So we'll mark the location, initial location, the way it is now. Mark that little tab, little crank, and then the lock nut, as well as that gearbox body, so we know the initial location. So I have put white paint, basically few dots there, about in 6 o'clock position to remember it well. So we'll use it 6 o'clock as a reference. Now we'll use 15 millimeter socket to unlock that lock nut. To be able to open that nut down there, I've used an extension like this. So basically 2-3 extension burrs for the ratchet, and there's an elbow there that I used, a little flex elbow, about 30 degrees or so. There's the other option to make a hole right here in the plastic shroud, fan shroud, and run this extension bar straight down to reach the nut instead of using the elbow. But anyway, elbow worked. So do not move that or turn that nut too far. Just unlocked it. That's it. Now we'll be putting an Allen key to hold the center, just to make sure that we don't loosen it too much. Now look carefully. What I've done is put an Allen key, Allen head, basically it's a hexa, at the center that probe that's there. It has I think it's 4.5 millimeter for most of the GM vehicles. So that one has to turn clockwise. That probe will go in and tighten. Don't over tighten. Do it in a ideal to do it in a over a few times maybe. So I'll only turn it from 6 o'clock position to 9 o'clock position. So it's about 1/4 of a turn. And next time maybe 1/8, or if it's too tight, maybe back off 1/8. After that's done, then I'll hold this ratchet to hold the center probe at 9 o'clock position, while I use a regular wrench to tighten the lock nut down so that the center probe doesn't move anymore. Then we'll go for a test drive. So what I did here is I had to turn it, the center probe, to that white dot I had, to 12 o'clock position, half a turn actually, and then now I'll be holding the center with this ratchet. This is the one I used to open it, the center probe. I think this is about 4.5 mil, most of the vehicles anyway. It depends from vehicle to vehicle. And the 15 millimeter to tighten the lock nut. So it's hard to show there. So I'll be doing this. I'll be holding this one while I tighten this one, the lockdown nut, and then go for a test drive. Okay. Once again, this is the setup I used. 16 millimeter, open the Hummer's gear adjustment lock nut, and I use this elbow. Not needed really, you can also go straight, and extension bars like this, and this one too. This is 4.5 millimeter hex, just to be able to open the center probe or tighten the center probe. 16 millimeter would 16 is better actually, not 15, for the lock nut eventually to retighten. Okay, hope this helps. Please share and subscribe for more how to do auto videos and other videos.